Howdy folks, and welcome back to Bagel Dog DIY. I'm your host Ben. In today's video we're tackling another ceiling. This is actually the ceiling in the closet. If you watched the closet remodel video where I did the internals, the drawers, and hanging space in this closet, this is kind of one of the finishing steps. I still need to do the trim around the door in here, as you can see as well. But this thin cedar board, it's made to go on walls or ceilings of closet. It smells really nice. It's pretty inexpensive. You buy it in these little boxes. Covers 15 square feet. I think this closet needed 3 of those boxes, just over 3 of those boxes. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. I got the nail gun out. We got some power grab adhesive going on there. These boards have a little tongue and groove in them, so they actually slot into each other. Put some adhesive on them, stick them up there, and throw a couple nails in there. The nails really aren't there to hold the boards, well, they're there to hold the boards, just while the adhesive dries. So they're not really, you don't need to hit any studs or anything like that. Just going to the sheetrock is fine. You'll see me lower this light in a second so I can cut the boards to go around the junction box that's there. This junction box actually didn't need to be lowered. It stuck out of the sheetrock a little bit. So it was totally fine to just cut these boards around it with a jigsaw. You do want to kind of make sure as you're going along with these boards that you leave the edges staggered so you don't end up with 2 boards with a seam right next to each other. I do actually end up doing that in this ceiling, but it does get covered by the light, so not a really big deal. But yeah, it's a pretty straightforward project. I think it took me about an hour and a half in total. It cost me about $45. Yeah, not much to it. Up and down the ladder, measuring, and nailing boards to the ceiling. Here you can see where I put these 2 boards right, and they end at the same space. So don't do that. Make them staggered. I should have used a shorter board there and made those seams staggered, just so your seams are offset and you don't have any splitting. These are tongue and groove boards, and they're glued to the ceiling, so I'm not really worried about it going anywhere. But yeah, just keep putting the cedar up here. I leave this board hanging down a little bit because I do have to slide a board in there. I'm getting ahead of myself. And you can see my little shelf there that has my computer on it, the hole in the wall that feeds my TV, so it's all nice and neat. Keeps my computer clean of dirt and things like that. Get back up on the ladder. It's snowing here today in March. Lovely springtime in Indiana. I have some trees being delivered that I was planning to plant, but now there's snow on the ground. We'll see how it goes. Another tip and trick, I'm going to turn the camera around here in a second, but you don't really have to measure when you do this. In fact, measuring takes more time. You can just hold these boards up to the board that you need to go when you end up starting to have to cut these to fit in the ends, and just mark it with your pencil and take it out and cut it. That's why I keep getting up and down off the ladders and going and cutting boards and bringing them back. And that saves you the time and the hassle of measuring. Your marks are always more accurate that way if you just hold a board up there. And you're already there anyway to measure, or if you were going to measure. So just use a board and a pencil and put a little mark on there, and you're good to go. I don't really have a lot to say in this video. Use adhesive. Make sure you know what you're nailing into. You know, I know that there's nothing in this attic. There's no plumbing lines or anything like that, but make sure you know what's behind whatever you're putting nails into, that you're not going to hit some electrical wires or plumbing or anything like that. Depending on your ceiling surface, you know, this is just sheetrock, so I'm just using 1¼ inch finish nails and this little nail gun. Again, that's just to hold the boards up while the glue dries, while the adhesive dries on the ceiling. There's not really a good way to clamp things to a ceiling. So yeah, the nails are really just to hold the boards while the glue dries. If you were going into a different surface, say you have like a lath and plaster ceiling, you'd probably actually want to use an adhesive made for ceilings, because nailing into plaster is just going to split the plaster and send dirt and pieces of plaster everywhere. But again, this is just sheetrock. Most houses are sheetrock in the US, so pretty simple and straightforward. Just let the light dangle there. I couldn't do this in the dark. Well, you can see the headboard in the background. If you haven't checked out the headboard building video, see, it's got the purple light on. Looks so nice. Give that video a watch. I'm getting more caught up on videos and projects around here, so there'll be some less boring videos coming soon. Hopefully you don't think this is boring. Hopefully you want to put a cedar ceiling in your closet. Make all your clothes smell good. Make your ceiling look cool. But yeah, more videos in the works. Some more furniture building and some garage remodeling. There's going to be a tile video coming up. I might do one on tree planting. I don't know. I haven't decided. Just having fun. Excited that spring is here. It's been a long winter. Well, first spring and then second spring and fake spring. And okay, so here's what I'm talking about. You can see as you come to the end of your runs, you're going to have to cut boards to fit into there. So you just hold it up there and mark it. Take it down to your saw. It's always a perfect cut. You don't need to measure that hole or anything like that. Just hold your board up there, mark them, put a little glue on it, fit it in, and nail it up. Easy as that. Get my next one on there. Then you can see I'll do this one here. Then you'll see me. I'll actually mark two. And you can do this by taking a long board, and you can mark either end of one board. Or you can do it however you want, but that's how I do it. So I mark one here, and then I flip that board over, and I mark the other end of it. So then I go out and I cut both those boards. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself because these things grow and shrink as you put them together a little bit as the tongue and groove goes together. But doing two like that works pretty good. And then just fit them in, put the glue on them, and nail them up. If you enjoyed today's video, please like it, subscribe. I'm trying to post about one video a week. Been busy working on some new projects for some new clients. I've been filming a few of those, been doing a little basement remodel. So that'll be coming up, an unfinished basement remodel. It's actually been a lot of fun, pretty interesting. So yeah, stay tuned and go build something. Make yourself a nice ceiling. Cheers. I hope you're having a great day.